Hello friends, I am Dilip Singh. Welcome to the 15th CSS lecture of the tutorial series for web programming. Today we'll see the CSS border properties. In the last video lecture we have seen the CSS box model, where we have discussed that how every HTML element of web page is represented as a um, rectangular box, right? And we have seen what exactly the actual content of the element is, or how the actual content is represented in inner rectangular box. Then we have seen after that there is a padding, then the border, then the margin. So padding come between the content of element and the border, and the margin come between basically the area or space between the that margin edge, dotted edge that we have seen in the last video lecture, and the border edge. So here in this lecture we'll see the CSS border property. We'll see how we can set the border of an HTML element. The HTML element can be an image, can be a text, heading, or any HTML elements that we generally use in our web page. So we can set its border using border properties of CSS. So we already have in some previous lectures used the border properties. So here in detail we will see how and how basically we can set the border of the HTML elements. So the first property is the border color. So using this border color property, we can set the color of a border. Again, this border color property can be subdivided into four another properties. The one is border top color, then the border bottom color, border left color, border right color, right? So we know that the border basically is a box, rectangular box. So if we want that the edge, we know that in a rectangular there are four edges: top edge, left edge, right edge, bottom edge. And if we want that our border edges should have different colors, then we can use these properties. Border top, if you want that top edge color should be something different, then border top, border bottoms, right? So border top color property basically used to change the color of a top border of an element. Similarly, border bottom color will change the color of a bottom border. Border left color will change the color of a left border, and the border right will change the color of a right border. Okay. The another property is a border style property. Border style property specifies whether a border should be solid, dashed, double, groove, ridge, inset, outset, or none, right? So this border style property will basically specify the style of a border. The border can be a solid line, it can be a dashed line, it can be a double line, groove lines, right? So the style we can specify with the help of border style property. So similar to the border color, here also border style, we can specify the style to a specific edge of a border. Suppose we want to apply the border style property to the top border only, so we can use border top style. Similarly, for bottom border we can use border bottom style. For left border left style, and for right border right style. And the another property is border width. Border width property used to set the width of the border, and uh, we can set the width of the border by using the values in a pixels or some keywords like thin, medium or thick width, right? And similar to these border style and border color, border width also can be specified individually for each age. For top border, border top width; for bottom border, border bottom width; for left border left width; for right border right width. And we can write all these three property in using single property as a shorthand, that is border. Example, here we will use the border property, CSS property. Then the first we will apply the width of a border, then the style of a border, then the color of a border. So this property we already have used in previous few video lectures, right? So this is how the shorthand of all these properties we can use using simply border property and the three value specified, separated by space. Okay, so let's see an example. Here again I am having a simple web page, the title CSS border properties. The web page is having two element only here, that h1 heading, that is first heading, and then the p paragraph. So this is my first paragraph. So this is a element, HTML element, and here this is the content of that element. Similarly, this is an element, paragraph element, and this is the content of that element. Why? If I will see this page into the browser, it's look like this. This is the CSS border property title, then this is the heading element, and this is the paragraph element. So you can see the paragraph element and the heading element, there is no border surrounding them, right? Suppose I want to put a border there with some color, suppose uh, red color. So let's see how I will do. I want to put the border in suppose paragraph. So how I'll do, I'll use the internal way of applying the CSS property using style element, and there we want to apply the property in heading 1 h1. So h1 is a selector here, and there within the h1 and within the curly bracket, what I want to put the color of a heading element, border color of a heading element to be suppose red. So what I will do, border color should be red, and I'll save it, and I'll go to the browser and I'll refresh it. So nothing happened. Why nothing happened? Because we have not set the border, right? Okay, if we'll go to there, you can see what we are doing. We are setting the color of a border, but for setting the color of a border, there should be a visible border, then only the color can be visible. So in order to put the border, what is required, we have to basically set the border surrounding the element. So before putting the color, what we should do, we should uh, set the border of that heading element. So suppose border width I want to be 3 pixel. And now if I'll save and go to the browser, refresh it, again there is no border at all. So now what I will do, I will put here a border style, and now border style suppose solid I want. Now if I'll save it and go to the browser and refresh it, now we can see there is a border, right? So there is a border surrounding the this heading HTML element. Okay, and the border thickness is how much? 3 pixel, and this is a solid line border. Okay, and what else? Color we have set red, so it's a red color border. Okay, so this property will work in this order, or this property will work if there is already the border of element is set. Okay, now suppose I want to change the color to be blue. So it's very simple, we'll go there and we'll refresh it, it's now blue color. Width I want to make it to 13 pixel, and in place of solid I want it to be suppose double, so there will be a double line. If I'll refresh it, you can see there is a double line border, right? And in place of double, suppose dashed, we can use dashed line border. I'll go there and I'll refresh it, there is a dashed line border, but border thickness is 13 pixel. Okay, let's make it maybe 6 pixel. In place of dashed, we'll make 10 pixels so visible it will be properly. So in place of dashed, suppose I want to make it groove. So let's see how it will look like. I'll refresh it, this is groove. Here you can see this is groove way. Okay, and place of groove we can use the another like ridge. So ridge style, so ridge style, I refresh it, this is ridge style, right? There is a little bit change. You can practice it in your browser by putting the various values of a border style property. So there is a ridge and inset, outset, suppose inset. I'll go to the browser, refresh it, this is inset, right? Similarly outset. So you can change these values according to your need or requirement. Okay, so this is all the border property. The one thing is left that we already have used in our previous video lectures, that is a shorthand. So let's see, suppose how we can apply the border property in in place of writing these 3 lines, we can write in a single line in order to apply all these 3 border properties. So suppose in paragraph, I want to apply all these 3 properties. So the shorthand is using simply border, then is, and we'll first apply the width, then space, then the style, suppose dashed, and then space, then the color, suppose red. Okay, I'll save it, go to the browser, and I will refresh it, and you can see this text, the paragraph text is now surrounded by a dashed line border of color red. Okay, so this is how we can set the border in any HTML element. And one more thing that we have learned, we can set all these three property in a particular edge, either the top, bottom, left, right. So suppose let's see, suppose border color, I don't want it to be blue. The border color blue will make all the four uh, edges of a border to become blue, but I want, no, the different edges should be having different color. So let's see how we can do. So let's go to the first border top color. Okay, so this I want to be, suppose, red, and then I'll copy it, and the second one is I want it to be blue, and that is bottom, suppose border bottom color, right? And the third one I want to be black, and that is, suppose, left. And the fourth one I want to be the green, and suppose right. Okay, let's see what happened. So go to the browser and refresh it, and you can see now the top border become red, the left border become black, the bottom border become blue, and the right border become green. So this is how we can use these properties individually for the particular A's, top, bottom, left, right. Okay, similarly you can use the width and the style. Okay, so this is all for this lecture, and friends, if you really feel after watching this video that it was helpful to understand the concept, then please like and subscribe the video. Thank you guys.